In this story there are 4 timelines, 4 different stories which have 3 parts in each. After they conclude, the final chapter will be unlocked at the end of this video, a crossover episode where all 4 timelines meet. The end of each timeline will clash with the other timelines in the ultimate finale inside
the Dark Time Chamber.
The Omni King visits Earth to see his best friend Goku. Goku had been training hard after the events of Granola and Broly, ascending past Whis' expectations of angelic Ultra Instinct power. The Omni King only heard of Goku's ascension to this new realm of power and wanted Goku to join him on the throne at Zeno Land. The Omni King finds Goku training by himself in the Hyperbolic Time Chamber. He wonders why he isn't training with Whis, and Goku tells him that he doesn't need Whis anymore. He surpassed his mentor's expectations a while ago, and his level of skill, and now seeks to find a greater power in himself to push his limits as usual. Zeno asks Goku if he wants to play chess, and Goku says there's no time. It's only a matter of time before I get old and will lose all the power I've gained. I cannot get old, and I must find someone to test this power against now, as there is no more use in Whis. Zeno has an idea and offers Goku a chance to fight the other Zeno who is currently playing in the Angel Realm. Goku says this would be too much for him and that the next level to fight would be the Grand Priest. If there was some way Zeno would help Goku fight the Grand Priest, then Goku would join Zeno on the throne and spend the rest of his life with the Omni King as a Saiyan angel. Goku stops training and they teleport to the Angel Realm. The Grand Priest stands there, wondering why Goku has been summoned. Goku immediately powers up to Super Saiyan Blue and tells the Grand Priest that he is ready for the fight that's been in the making since they first met. Grand Priest refuses this battle, knowing there is no point in fighting needlessly and that Goku has his life on Earth and should live it out. However, Zeno gets furious and puts his fingers in the air, pressurizing the Grand Priest to change his mind. What on earth would he do if Grand Priest refused? He clicks his fingers. The Grand Priest startles, but no, the Grand Priest remains. What did Zeno just do? Goku asks if Zeno performed any magical spells, and he says yes. The Grand Priest no longer has any reason to refuse your fight, as his previous excuse no longer exists. What? Says the Grand Priest. What have you done? Speaking with a slight gasp. Zeno smiles. Nothing to worry about anymore. Goku says, alright, we're here now, we might as well start and see what new levels I can reach. The Grand Priest removes his outfit and changes into a different type of gi suited for battle. Very well, Goku, let us see the full results of your training with the late Whis. Goku then activates Ultra Instinct combined with Super Saiyan Blue and strikes at Grand Priest. Grand Priest dodges and is able to see through every action of Goku. He hits Goku down, and Goku realizes Grand Priest is not even using a smidge of his power. So Goku transforms into the full Ultra Instinct, and Zeno is pleased. He attacks Grand Priest one more time, and this time he manages to cut the Grand Priest's cheek with a lightning fast elbow strike. The Grand Priest responds with further action and hurts Goku with a number of vital point attacks. Zeno is unhappy about this, then begins to freeze the Grand Priest in his place, similar to how the Supreme Kai froze Gohan during the 25th Budokai Tenkaichi. The Grand Priest says, "This is just supposed to be an exhibition." Zeno says through telepathy, if Goku loses, Goku unhappy. Goku will want to leave, but Goku has nothing to go back to anymore. He must stay with me and replace you. Grand Priest is confused and cannot move. Goku begins powering up and charges towards the defenseless Grand Priest with an Ultra Instinct Dragon Fist, fully intending on winning this fight no matter what. He pierces a giant hole through the Grand Priest, killing him. Zeno had restricted his angel powers so he could not sustain his life after injury. The Grand Priest fades away forever, and Zeno's guards take stance due to the murder in front of their eyes. Zeno tells them they serve him, and will do as expected or face worse than the Grand Priest. Goku powers down and says he's very sorry, he didn't mean to, but Zeno tells Goku to be quiet. He is the new Grand Priest, and he gives Goku his new attire. This was part of the training, to surpass Grand Priest, and now Goku is second strongest in the universe. Goku hears the words second strongest in the universe and becomes obsessed with it in an unhealthy way, immediately requesting a fight with the strongest to prove himself, but Zeno tells him to sit at the throne. He sits down next to him. The Omni King and Saiyan Angel are together, playing chess. However, out from the back room comes the other Zeno, who we will refer to as Zeno 2. Not knowing what has happened, the fall of the Grand Priest, Goku now sat with the Omni King on the throne playing chess. He becomes jealous. This isn't right, he says, but Zeno 1 tells him that he's been replaced and must choose wisely his next words. However, Zeno 2 puts Zeno 1 in a magical hold, binding him with pure rage. He cannot move. He will eventually be able to break out, but right now Zeno 2 has the advantage. Zeno 1 looks at Goku in desperation. Goku looking back at the struggling Zeno. He grabs hold of him, and with his newly acquired Grand Priest Angelic Ultra Instinct, he uses instant transmission and takes the tortured Zeno into the future, to the future timeline in which he had destroyed for Trunks, and leaves him there, trapped and betrayed. Goku teleports back to the Angel Realm, where Zeno 2 is sat on the throne. He welcomes Goku to sit next to him, and he does, wanting to know all about the strongest in the multiverse. Little does Goku know that he put the wrong Zeno in the future timeline, betraying his best friend and aligning with the enemy. Or does he know? Now, Dark Zeno will train Goku in the arts of the Dark Angels. Months pass after Zeno was sent to the future by Goku and left there, trapped and betrayed. The remaining Omni King sits on the throne, with one throne empty beside him. Goku walks in, after completing some further training with all 12 angels. Each had already become stronger than the banished Omni King and Grand Priest. "You wanted to see me, Omni King," and kneels down beside him. "Yes, Kakarot, come closer. I have good news. Our angel intelligence units have discovered the location of Beerus the Destroyer, and he's hiding in the southern galaxy." Goku takes a breath. "At last, we will be able to capture that monster and end this war." The Omni King says, "I would worry about the collective wisdom of the angels if they didn't select you for this assignment. Not their best choice by far." Goku looks down, with realization that the angels may doubt his power. The Omni King says, "Sit down." Then looks at his guards. "Leave us!" The guards leave the Omni King and Goku alone. Goku sits down beside the Omni King on the other throne, and they begin watching the galaxy of stars and planets move in front of them from the throne room. "Kakarot, you know I'm not able to rely on the angels. If they haven't included you in their plot, they soon will." Goku looks around in confusion. I'm not sure I understand." "You must sense what I have come to suspect. Despite us removing the criminal Omni King and the Grand Priest from this sanctuary, you would think the Council of Angels would be grateful for this balance. The angels want control of the multiverse. They are planning to betray me." Goku says, "No, I don't think that." The Omni King says, "Kakarot, search your feelings, you know, don't you?" Goku hesitantly says, I know they don't trust you." Or the Omni Bloodline, or the Supreme Kais, or democracy for that matter." Goku says, "I have to admit my trust in them has been shaken recently." "Why?" "They asked you to do something that would make you feel dishonest, didn't they?" Goku again feels hesitant in replying. I don't know what to say." "Remember back to your early training with Master Roshi. All who gain power are afraid to lose it, even the angels." "But the angels use their power for good." "Good is a point of view, Kakarot. The angels and Omni demons are similar in almost every way, including their quest for greater power. But the Omni demons rely on their passion for their strength. They think inwards, only about themselves. And the angels don't. The angels are selfless. They only care about others. A pause in the conversation whilst both continue to look at the galaxy in front of them. Did you ever hear the tragedy of Omni Saiyan the Wise? Goku pauses. No. I thought not. Not a story the angels or Kais would tell you. It's an Omni legend. Omni Saiyan was a dark lord of the Omni demons, so powerful and so wise, he could use his God Ki to influence the S cells to create life, such as a whole universe. He had such a knowledge of dark God Ki, he could even keep those he cared about from dying, and essentially trained forever to reach limitless power. Goku is in shock. He could actually save people from death. Dark God Ki of the Omni Demons is a pathway to many abilities some consider to be unnatural. Goku wonders about this legend. What happened to him? Well, he became so powerful, the only thing he was afraid of was losing his power, which eventually, of course, he did. Unfortunately, he taught his apprentice everything he knew. Then his apprentice killed him in his sleep. Ironic. He could save others from death, but not himself. Goku escapes from deep thought. Is it possible to learn this power? The Omni King looks to Goku from the side. Not from an angel. Back in another part of the angel realm, all 12 angels have begun to realize the devastating truth about what has happened recently. Whis says, "We have had our suspicions about the current solo Omni King for months now, having Goku spy on him at times, but now we all realize the truth after doing further research in disrupted timelines, that the Zeno that was sent to the future and trapped was actually the good Zeno, the true Zeno, and the one that currently sits on the throne is the evil Omni Lord who had corrupted the future Zeno and was mistakenly brought to this universe by Goku. The evil Omni King is very smart and has been planning this for centuries, if not millennia." Margarita says, "Now he's using Goku as his assistant to gather information about the multiverse and the Angel Council and our plans to keep the peace. The evil Zeno must be stopped before it is too late. We only now realize that the conspiracies about the evil Grand Priest were lies orchestrated by the evil Omni King controlling the macrocosm and manipulating it with its dark power. The Grand Priest was murdered. It was all a setup, making us think he was the evil one. So the angels construct a plan, but they need Goku for this, as he has grown incredibly strong and is the only one close enough to the evil Omni King to lure him into a situation so the angels can capture him once and for all." A few days pass after the angels suspect the identity of the Omni King. During this time, Goku finds the angels and talks to them about the strange behavior and stories that the Omni King shared with him. That he believes the Omni King is in fact the Omni Demon Lord of legend. Whis asks Goku, is he absolutely certain that this is true what he has said? Because if so, This would absolutely guarantee that the angels were right and could take the necessary action without there being multiversal consequences in terms of the godly realms and the punishment for acting against an Omni King. If the angels act and they were wrong, they would all be banished due to their breaking of the code. But now that Goku has confirmed with them the truth about the Omni King, the angels have enough evidence to pursue. Whis decides to take 3 other angels with him to go and arrest the Omni King, as he cannot be allowed to be in control of everything. Whis specifically tells Goku to stay back at the angel kitchen because this is now their duty. Goku is conflicted. He is feeling a lust for the power that the Omni King spoke of. He wants to be able to live forever and train forever. He cannot take this anymore. He leaves and follows the angels somewhat behind. Whis and the 3 other angels arrive at the Omni King's headquarters. The Dark Omni Lord is sat there. Master Whis, I take it Beerus the Destroyer has been destroyed then? I must say you are here sooner than expected. Whis draws his staff. In the name of the galactic patrol of the multiverse, you're under arrest, Omni King. Are you threatening me, Master Angel? The hierarchy will decide your fate. I am the hierarchy, Whis says firmly. Not yet. The Omni Lord rises from his seat. It's treason, then. The Omni King lights up his hands and powers up an erasure technique and fires it at 2 of the angels. They vanish instantly. He tries to click his fingers to erase Whis, but it will not work. The angels had become incredibly strong through their united training. The Omni Lord cannot simply use cheap tricks against beings this powerful. He would need time to power up finishing moves like he just did previously. But with his high intensity, skilled close combat moves, he is still able to punch a hole through a 3rd angel, the Dark Omni Hakai Fist, that causes erasure on impact. Very powerful, only the Dark Omni Lord can use this, and it comes down to him versus Whis. But Whis is able to hold his ground against the Dark Omni Lord, showcasing power and skill on par, showcasing his knowledge of angelic power. A true warrior Whis was, improving over the years. He pressurizes the Omni King into defense and kicks him down to the ground. The Omni King cowers back into a corner. Whis holds his staff fully charged at the Omni Lord's face. It's over. Whis begins powering the staff ready for full erasure. Not even the Omni Demon Lord can get away from this. But at that second, Goku walks in. Whis says to the Omni Lord, "You are under arrest, my lord." The Omni King looks at Goku. "Kakarot, I told you it would come to this. I was right. The angels are taking over." Whis sternly says, "The oppression of the Omni Demons will never return. You have lost." No, you will die. The Omni Lord launches an incredibly powerful energy blast at point-blank range towards Whis. If this dark matter hit Whis, it will disintegrate his light energy-made-up body in an instant. But Whis' staff prevents the dark energy from getting through. Goku looks on in fear, seeing his friend about to die, seeing his master Whis making the stand. This was a difficult time for him. The beam struggle was intense. Whis is trying to deflect the dark blast back to the Omni Lord to get rid of him for good. The Omni King shouts, "He's a traitor!" Whis shouts, "He is the traitor!" Goku is conflicted. The Omni Lord starts melting from the deflection back towards him and says to Goku, "I have the power to help you train forever. You must choose." Whis says in struggle, "Don't listen to him, Son Goku. Don't let him kill me. I can't hold on any longer. I become too weak. Kakarot, help me, help me." The beam struggle stops. The damage has been done to the Omni Lord. I can't hold on any longer. Whis says boldly, "I'm going to end this once and for all." But Goku says, "You can't." Whis is extremely shocked and looks at Goku. Goku says, "He must stand trial." Whis says, "He has control of the hierarchy and the multiverse. He's too dangerous to be left alive." I'm too weak. Please don't kill me, please." "It's not the angel way. He must live." Please don't. I need him. Whis lifts his staff for the final attack, about to erase the Omni Lord once and for all. It's done. Goku screams. He charges a Destructo Disc and launches it at Whis, chopping off his arm. Whis screams in pain. The Omni Lord smiles with a sinister look on his face and blasts Whis with a monstrous Dark Erasure Blast. Unlimited God Ki! Whis is completely obliterated to non-existence. Goku falls to his knees in distress. What a crisis! What have I done? The Omni Lord rises and walks up to him. You are fulfilling your Saiyan instincts, Kakarot. Become my student. Learn to use Dark God Ki. I will do whatever you ask. Good. Just help me train and get stronger. I can't live without it. I pledge myself to your teachings. Good. Good. The God Ki is strong with you. A powerful Dark Ultra Instinct user you shall become. Henceforth, you shall be known as Evil Goku. Thank you, my master. Rise. Some time passes and the Omni Lord executes Order GT, and his guards rally other guards in the angel realm, many of them, to hunt down all the angels, all gods of destructions, all Kais in the macrocosm and godly realms. He commands Evil Goku to head to the sanctuary and erase all of the angel younglings and gods of destruction candidates in the universe. And so it began. Some more time passes and the Omni Lord had almost complete control over everything. However, the true Zeno in the future timeline had summoned enough power over the months to break away from that timeline and get back to his own, to fight the good fight against the Omni Lord. How Goku had the ability to get him there with his angelic instant transmission was beyond him. Such a broken technique. He must be stopped before he can mess with the multiverse even more, before he gets too strong to do so. Upon escaping back to the main timeline, the good Zeno realizes the devastation that has come about, the destruction of all angels and gods. The only person he could turn to now was Vegeta. He finds Vegeta training in a capsule corp and gives him all the information about Goku turning evil. Vegeta says that he too has been training extra hard and has a super ultra ego capable to compete with Goku's strongest power now, even now against evil Goku, so to speak. Zeno tells Vegeta to take down evil Goku, and Zeno will take down the Dark Omni Lord. Vegeta accepts one more chance to be stronger than Kakarot, and takes the spaceship to the Supreme Kai's world where he can sense Goku's power there. Zeno teleports to the sanctuary to confront the Omni Lord once and for all. Vegeta's spaceship lands, and he can see Goku in the distance, standing at the mountain of a lava-filled world. Goku had used his dark essence to corrupt the world of the Kais and stay there to bathe in its dark matter. However, as Vegeta lands the ship, Chi-Chi, who had snuck on board, runs off the ship and calls to Goku. Goku, what's going on? I was worried about you. Vegeta told me terrible things. Goku says angrily, what things? He said that you've got Dark God Ki, that you erased younglings. Vegeta is trying to turn you against me. Goku, all I want is your love. Love won't save you, Chi-Chi. Only my new Ultra Instinct form can do that. I am becoming more powerful than any angel has ever dreamed of, and I'm doing it for me, to get stronger. Don't you see? We don't have to run away anymore. I have brought peace to the multiverse. I am more powerful than the Omni Lord. I can overthrow him, and together you and I can live at the top. You can continue to make me lots of food while I train and leave you with the kids. Chi-Chi is distraught, distressed. I don't believe what I'm hearing. Vegeta was right. I don't want to hear any more about Vegeta. The angels turned against me. Don't you turn against me. Chi-Chi starts crying. You're going down a path that I can't follow. Because of Vegeta. Then Goku looks up to the ship. Vegeta is standing at the entrance. wearing his pink shirt. Chi-Chi says, "Come back, I love making you food." "Liar! You are with him! You brought him here to have a picnic with him!" Goku blasts Chi-Chi with Dark God Ki, binding her, crushing her. Vegeta steps in. "Let her go, Kakarot! Let her go!" Kakarot drops her to the ground. "You turned her against me!" Vegeta looks at Kakarot. "Of course! Someone had to please her every time you ditched the family for 3 years at a time." Goku powers up to Dark Ultra Instinct level 9, and Vegeta powers up to Super Ultra Ego Saiyan Instinct, a level that rivals Goku exactly. The two fight in a glorious battle, with Goku becoming more accustomed to his Dark God Ki. Vegeta then manages to gain the high ground of the battle arena. "It's over, Kakarot! I have a Senzu Bean!" Goku tells him not to underestimate his powers, and powers up to a new level above Vegeta. He jumps up towards Vegeta, readying a Dark Angelic Kamehameha times 12 to end Vegeta, but out of nowhere, Vegeta charged up a Destructo Disc and launches it at the ignorant Kakarot as he's preoccupied charging his attack, cutting the evil Goku in half. Vegeta always remembered that Kakarot lowers his guard. He never learned from it, and Vegeta watches as Kakarot burns in the lava. "This time, you get the L, Kakarot. I'll take care of Chi-Chi and the kids, don't you worry." Goku screams, "I hate you!" Vegeta says, "You sound like the old me." Vegeta then leaves, goes to Chi-Chi, but she had died from the shock of the damage from Goku. Vegeta looks down at his own stomach. He realizes he had been severely wounded in the battle. He overdid it with the Ultra Ego, not feeling the permanent damage during the fight as it only made him stronger. Now he was done for. "Damn! Looks like I won't be able to protect anyone anymore." Vegeta faints and dies from the bleed out. It was during this time back at the Sanctuary that Zeno confronted the Dark Omni Lord. He says to the true Zeno, "Hello there, my little blue friend. It's too late. Evil Goku will become more powerful than either of us." Zeno tells him he places too much trust in his student. And now this is the end. The Omni Lord and Zeno engage in the most exhilarating battle that has ever existed. With each punch that collides, a big bang is formed outside of the multiverse, creating a new timeline, a new universe that connects to it. And with each clash, the multiverse grows even more. Is this the true power Omni Saiyan the Wise used to use? The power of good and evil? A duo of Omni King level powers? Potentially. But the Omni Lord wasn't just an Omni King. He also had the power of the Omni Demonverse, fused with the Omni King's vessel that he had corrupted. This was too much for Zeno, and Zeno falls. The Omni Lord uses his dark power to lift up Zeno in a binding crush. "You're too much fun to kill. You're not going to the future. You're going to the Dark Time Chamber of Destruction, the Omni Realm where you will rot, where you can never escape." And in one blinding flash of dark red energy, Zeno was sent to the Dark Time Chamber. That was it. There was no coming back. The only way in there was a passage by the Omni Lord, where only he and Whis knew about it. It was forbidden. Zeno had failed. Back on the destroyed world of the Kais, the Omni Lord finds evil Goku burned to a crisp, but still alive. He commands his guards to save him, as his power will be still useful. They take him back to the Sanctuary, where the guards had the highest level of advanced Red Ribbon Army modification in their tech center. They repair evil Goku, 1/4 Saiyan, 1/4 Angelic, half android. He asks what happened to Chi-Chi. The Omni Lord says, "It seems in your anger, you killed her, and now you won't have any home-cooked meals again, and you may have to take care of the kids." Evil Goku screams in distress, "No!" The Omni Lord says, "Yes. You have become bloodthirsty, Goku. You want to kill Vegeta so bad, but hear me out. He's already dead. It seems the fight with you took its toll on the Saiyan Prince. But I have good news for you. Because I have ultimate control over all dimensions, I've obliterated Earth, so you don't have to worry about the kids. It's no longer an attachment needed for you. I've made sure that everyone who dies do not go to the other world. In fact, every soul that has died, past, present, and future, they will not go to otherworld or hell. Their power and souls have been absorbed into the Omni Realm for a power amp. Even King Yama's essence has been extracted and used there. I have now obtained the power to stop you from aging and dying, Goku." The robotic evil angelic Saiyan Goku looks at the Omni Lord. "Then, What is the plan now? That means I can train and eat non-stop, right? And get as strong as I like, since I wanted to from the beginning? The Omni Lord says, unfortunately, no. That's the mission completed now. I have full control, no one left to oppose us, endless amount of time, and a never-ending playtime with you, Kakarot. Just like I always wanted. You're my plaything, Goku. Ever since the day I first met you. And I'm never going to get bored. The Omni Lord binds Goku in a dark energy and lifts him up. Goku is struggling. What's this? I just wanted to train. I thought this was the agreement. The Omni Lord says, Good. I like a little struggle when I'm playing. Let's use your body as a bouncy ball for round 1, and then I'll turn you into a doll for round 2. Goku screams, No! And so, in an unexpected turn of events, everyone we knew died in Dragon Ball, and Goku's greed for more power came with an eternity of payment. The tyrannic personality of the Omni Lord revealed itself when work had to be done, but when it was playtime, he was still just a child. That child who would love putting his brother's favourite action figure down the kitchen sink blender because grinding skulls was simply funny. And that's what would happen after playing with Goku for a millennia. Goku would face the blender. The Dark Omni Lord of the Omni Demon realm was ultimately victorious. Evil had won. And wanted Goku to join him on the throne at Zenoland. The Omni King finds Goku training by himself in the Hyperbolic Time Chamber. He wonders why he is... He wonders why he isn't training with Whis, and Goku tells him that he doesn't need Whis anymore. Goku became too powerful. The gods and even the angels began to fear him. For millennia, the power of the Saiyans was always held back by Beerus, by Frieza, but most importantly, by the Saiyans themselves. Goku changed the direction of Saiyan power forever. However, on this day is where Goku finally breaks down the final wall to his power. The wall that could not be destroyed without a sacrifice. This is the tragic story of Goku, the Betrayed. The events of End of Z take place in Dragon Ball Super's timeline, where Whis and Beerus had already left the dimension of the living world to let mortals live a life without the angelic safety net. Goku leaves with Oob to train, something he had been waiting for 10 years after the death of Majin Buu. After leaving his family, you would expect Goku's appetite for growth to be finally extinguished. No, this was only the beginning. 2 years pass. During Goku and Oob's training, Goku started to realize that the prophecy, the Chosen One, was beginning to reach his limits, and that Goku's own power continued to boil, lusting for more growth, new limits, new goals. During the training, Goku knocks Oob down, stands above him, and tells him, this has all been a waste of time. A waste of his time. Oob is concerned. What do you mean, Master Goku? I'm getting better every day because of you. This is where Goku's true motives revealed themselves. He did not want to train a future protector of Earth. He did not want to make new friends. He did not care about his family at this point. He wanted to create opportunities for himself to grow stronger. The most selfish act, concealed with an innocent smile, making Goku appear friendly on the outside, but deep down, his ever-growing power began to consume him and his morality. Knowing the imbalance of energies of the universe, Whis detected a change in Goku. But of all things, why was Whis alerted to this? Where previously Goku had goals and things to look forward to keep him on the right track, the most recent being Oob. But without that, a realization in Goku and himself caused a spike of negative energy that began to extinguish light energy in the most powerful mortal in the universe. This drastic change, this light being devoured by darkness, even Whis sensed it out of the dimension and traveled back to the living world to confront Goku and this unfortunate change. Oob is confused at the presence of this angel, not knowing what is going on. Goku tells Whis that this isn't going to be enough. I must leave with you, Whis, to soar to greater heights, to discover my true potential. Oob is no longer an option for me. But Whis is surprised. Even for a deity that shows limited emotion, he is shocked that Goku no longer feels like Goku. And if this continues, not only could the living world suffer, not only could Goku's deadly sins evolving cause irreversible damage to the multiverse in time, that existence would no longer exist. The entire macrocosm faced a terror of a bloodthirsty, power-hungry Saiyan whose only ambition in life was to gain more power, and his expressions would prove this desire was in the wrong hands. Power that would never be enough until there is nothing left and he exists all by himself. Is that what Goku really wants? Or is there something else at play here? Whis cannot allow this to happen, as he had already spoke to the Oracle Fish who foresaw this darkness would take a full effect in just a few more years. Whis plans to take Goku somewhere and make sure he is kept an eye on, as the angels cannot interfere with these events that have not actually taken place, but he can do what he must in order to prevent it from happening. Nevertheless, Goku accepts to leave with Whis for special training, not knowing what it could possibly be, seeing as Goku had already mastered Ultra Instinct and all of Whis' training, plus further advancing his power on his own, with more power awaiting. Was this the true power of the Ultra Saiyan? Was this the true power of the Saiyans? Before Goku leaves, he looks back at the fallen Oob and tells him, "Your usefulness is over. I am disappointed in you and your power." Goku leaves with Whis. And they arrive somewhere. Goku looks around at the location. This is not Beerus' planet. Where are we? They were in a location that looked like the Hyperbolic Time Chamber, but there were auroras above, followed by darkness and hallucinations wherever you looked. It was confusing to explain, but there was a reason for that. Whis tells Goku that they are in a world that doesn't actually exist, but it has all the requirements you need to sustain your life: food, water, and a bed where you will eventually die of old age. And here in this endless void of non-existence, no matter how strong you are, no matter how strong you become, Goku, you will never be able to disrupt this place and escape, because it simply does not exist. Goku says in anger, "What are you doing? So this is a prison? You betrayed me, Angel?" Whis says, "Quite the opposite, Goku. You have betrayed yourself. I have seen the change in you. I have monitored the darkness growing, multiplying until now. You speak like you are someone else. Those words are not your own. Or maybe they are." Goku ignites his Ultra Instinct aura. "You wish to test me, Angel? You were once stronger than me, my master, but I far exceeded the likes of you. That you have to keep running back to your precious Grand Priest Daddy for help." Whis says, "I'm not here to fight you, Goku. I'm here to save you, and if that fails, I'll be back to end you once and for all. If you haven't died in your sleep, in your old fragile state in years to come. Goku tries to punch Whis, but his attack goes right through him like he's not even there. What? Where are you, you coward? Whis tells him, Goku, I don't exist there. That place doesn't exist, and as of now, neither do you. I'm just lucky I'd gotten you here without a conflict and before you cause serious harm to your world. I will inform your family of the bad news, or for the sake of this universe, the fortunate news. So long, Saiyan. Goku screams, No! Whis, don't do this. You've got to help me. I cannot contain it any longer. Goku is trapped in the Dark Time Chamber by the hands of Whis. Goku had become too strong. Whis feared what he would do with his new power. Even Oob was scared of Goku's behavior and lust for ever-growing Saiyan spirit power. Goku was now alone. Whis hoped Goku would die in the Dark Time Chamber of old age, where Whis wouldn't have to intervene, wouldn't have to get his angel hands blood-stained with Saiyan filth. Goku was still a friend, but he was a dangerous being to become, and Whis had to take the necessary measures to maintain stability in the universe. This is what angels were made for balance, decision-making, without emotional conflict. But Whis greatly underestimated Goku, and it all began without knowing the terror that was the Dark Time Chamber, the Omni Demon Realm. Whis had learned about this terrifying place by the Omni King. He was the only angel entrusted to its whereabouts and how to access it. Not even the Grand Priest knew about it, due to the fact the Omni King did not trust the Grand Priest. He had an unknown agenda, and having access to the Dark Time Chamber would be a risk to the Omni King and his glory and power as a king. The angel hierarchy was all about balance, and Whis was the most loyal of all angels, a true knight. The Omni King's go-to for any secret missions. But where Whis used the knowledge of the Dark Time Chamber to trap and betray Goku for the safety of the multiverse, he did not have a full understanding of the place and what it would do to Saiyan spirit over time. The Omni King had ordered Whis to deal with Goku, but Whis could not bring himself to hurt Goku physically, letting his emotions get in the way. So leaving Goku in the Dark Time Chamber where no one else would ever know what happened to him was the best choice for Whis to cope emotionally. Did this angel have feelings for Goku? Was he betraying himself and his role as an angel, his duty? Yes, he was. Ultimately, Whis had failed Zeno, but would not tell him, in believing Goku would never show himself again. But this is where everything changed. Goku, trapped inside the Dark Time Chamber, tried raising his power to the highest level of Ultra Instinct and create dimensional portals to escape. But everyone Goku created, he went through and came back out in the Dark Time Chamber. Goku slowly losing his mind, realizing nothing will ever be enough. For what seemed like a devastating few minutes of pain, in actual fact, years were passing by, and Goku's mind began to change. It began to change in accordance with the environment of the Dark Time Chamber, full of hatred and distress over the betrayal by Whis. This would be the core motivation why Goku could maintain sanity somewhat. A quest to defeat the Angel. What little sanity he had left, by the way. Anyway, Goku would break down often, crying, but every time he rose back up, he would be absorbing the essence of the Dark Time Chamber into his very being. His Saiyan spirit became dark, as if it was meant to be. The Dark Saiyan instinct would emerge. Goku would start to get stronger and train his body to adapt to the darkness rather than fight against it. And in just a short amount of time, to Goku, decades would pass. Decades would turn into centuries, and everyone he loved and knew in the living world had died. Even Master Roshi, who decided to relinquish his immortality because he had suffered a lifetime of loss and couldn't live with the suffering anymore. And 1,000 years of not getting laid was more torturous to Roshi than the Dark Time Chamber was to Goku. But in the hierarchy, the angels would maintain centuries of peace and prosperity, with Whis forgetting about Goku over time. The universe was in a good place. But not Goku. How did Goku survive the ongoing torture of the Dark Time Chamber? Well, after absorbing the darkness and becoming one with the Omni Demon Realm, Goku's lifespan extended, like a Kaioken on his lifespan, living outside of its normal range as long as he embraced the darkness. It was scary how strong he became. He was feeling a power at the 7th dimensional level and believed he could manipulate the chamber to his own matter. Goku would continue training for a millennia, and by that time he had learned to make the Dark Time Chamber his own energy, his own key. He was now in control, and what drove him there was his Saiyan spirit rage of betrayal. He knew he had to confront the one who betrayed him, but he doesn't even know why anymore or who he is. He just sees a vision in his mind of something that betrayed him and needs to be killed. An angel. Goku had forgotten his past. He just functions now on Dark Saiyan instinct, the strongest power that has ever existed. Beyond the gods, Goku creates a crack in the Dark Time Chamber and bends reality there, and he creates, with pure rage, a portal to the Angel Realm. Goku takes the portal, and he is finally free after a millennia. At the Angel Sanctuary, the Omni King is alerted to the Dark Time Chamber presence being opened, feeling a terrifying amount of power and energy escaping. He summons Whis and a few other angels to investigate and orders the Grand Priest to stay at his side, as he will need him for defense. Whis, Margarita, and a few others arrive at the portal entrance, and the angels fall to their knees. Due to the power of the Dark Time Chamber escaping and ruining their angel power. Even Whis falls, but he manages to rise back up slowly, somehow. And somehow, since Goku had been there, the Omni Demon Realm and Goku had become one. So the presence of the Dark Time Chamber was Goku's power, attacking whoever was close. Whis raises his staff and tries to close the portal in an act of goodwill, in an act of justice and necessity, but to his left walks Goku. Not the Goku he once knew, but a twisted, demented Goku with power far beyond anything he's ever faced, anything he's ever felt. This was like as if the Omni King's power went Ultra Instinct Ego after a fusion on top. That's how big this power was. It grabs Whis in a chokehold and says, "I remember you." And Whis says in shock, Who are you?" And this twisted Goku says, "Let me show you." He throws Whis into the Dark Time Chamber portal and closes the portal. Whis is in there without his staff. He cannot escape. Whis is betrayed and trapped. And the demented Goku looks at the other angels who are weakened on the floor. He stares at Margarita with his demonic red eyes and licks his bloodthirsty lips. The screen goes blank. Whis was betrayed and locked in the Dark Time Chamber without his staff, meaning the angel was now at the mercy of the Omni Demon Realm, the Dark Time Chamber, a terrible combination. Whis, in his weakened state, was struggling to comprehend what had happened. There had been peace for millennia, but why the sudden emergence of pure evil just like he felt? It then clicked. He remembers. The now quiet planet of Earth, where human civilization is almost extinct after a meteor strike like the dinosaurs, it used to inhabit beings called Saiyans. But no, he remembers. Not that Saiyan, surely. Son Goku has returned. Whis begins sweating. I failed. I let my emotions get in the way, and now I am paying the price for interfering with the Omni King's command. This is all on me, and now I am about to be punished here for millennia. I have no choice but to accept it, as an angel cannot self-terminate. Whis is in turmoil, and the dark clutches of the Dark Time Chamber chain him up, strip him of his angel robes. He is chained by dark matter, naked, and dipped into evil souls, like Rambo dipped in filth in First Blood Part 2. Some time passes, and then more time passes, and Whis' power is being drained. Whis is being tortured. There is a lot to take, but there is a lot of time. He loses sight of who he is, and the horror of the dimension eats at his very angel soul, corrupting him. But during this time, Goku, twisted and evil, had slaughtered the angels near the portal entrance. He licks his lips and enters the angel sanctuary just up ahead. He then slaughters the other half a dozen within 5 seconds. These angels are no match for him. His Ultra Instinct Dark Saiyan instinct power is beyond angel level now. It's the strongest. Only 2 angels remained, along with the Grand Priest and Zeno, and the Dark Lizard Saiyan slowly walks up to the throne like a horror movie, licking his lips even more, and says, "I want your power. I want to fight you." The Grand Priest could see this was once a Saiyan named Goku, who is now running primarily on his Dark Saiyan instinct. But what is this Dark Saiyan instinct? We will soon find out. It's like a zombie from The Walking Dead, but the only difference was he was far stronger than that, and the angels were the only force standing between him and complete multiversal destruction in time, as his lingering dark energy radiated from him was corrupting nearby worlds just from his existence. He was almost as strong as Omega Shenron. Omni King says, "We cannot defeat him separately. We must fuse our powers, Grand Priest. We must defeat him as the Omni Priest. Put aside our differences of past conflict and power struggles. Let's unite our families and defeat this evil once and for all." The Grand Priest said, "Yes, that's a great idea, but we have no method of fusion, seeing as Whis had the only remaining Potara earrings in the universe in his back pocket, and he is lost now." The Omni King says, "Fear not. Even though this is no longer Goku, he may just have a memory of fusion of some kind deep down under all that darkness in his mind, a memory of his fusion method. We can find it, envision it, and learn it for ourselves in a second." Grand Priest says, "Great idea, let's do this." They channel their angel power into the mind of Goku just to search for something. They cannot control Goku, and underneath the millennia of pain and suffering, they see a fusion dance technique. And just like Professor X, their mind-reading ability was a success. The Grand Priest and Omni King learn it instantly, and now they have a few seconds. They need a few seconds to merge and create the fusion. They need to do the fusion dance. The Omni King quickly gathers the Super Dragon Balls and asks to be 2 foot taller. Super Shenron grants the wish, and the Omni King and Grand Priest are the same height so they can initiate the fusion dance, a necessity for the fusion dance. The Dragon Balls separate, and now they can perform the fusion dance. The 2 remaining angels said they would buy them time to fuse at the cost of their life. The Omni King says, "Thank you. We promise to use the Super Dragon Balls to bring you all back when we defeat evil Kakarot." The Lizard Omni Saiyan Dark Saiyan Goku says, "When you defeat him? You mean if you defeat him." Grand Priest is shocked that Goku can still listen and communicate effectively. He is not just bloodlusted, but it's like he wanted this. This is his instinct, after all. The Omni King and Grand Priest stand beside each other and conduct the fusion dance, and they combined the Grand Omni Priest King. Millennia of family history merged into one. This was the true angel power, nothing higher. Gaining thousands of more power in just their first form, but not without consequence. The 2 angel souls that were sacrificed were eaten and consumed by Kakarot instantly, growing his strength even more in a microsecond. It seemed that light energy could not overcome this dark matter. Dark Kakarot and Grand Omni Priest King engage in a battle that shook the multiverse of multiverses. Words cannot explain the amount of power clashing. Even the world of Void was crying, and it wasn't even there. But it was not enough. Dark Kakarot was at 100% power constantly, whereas the Zeno Priest needed to transform to gain more power. And so he does. He activates True Omni Instinct, which is the highest level of Ultra Instinct known to Toriyama. He is able to dodge Dark Kakarot constantly and manage to deal a devastating energy blast that knocks him down. This fusion was going to succeed, But to think Kakarot gained this much power on his own to compete with the fusion of Omni King and Grand Priest, it's unreal. Over his hatred for Whis. Whis is to blame. Whis should be tortured, and so he is, for millennia in the Dark Time Chamber, and it cannot be! Goku raises his hands! After rising back up, it seems I cannot compete with you with raw power, so it's time to use this. A spirit bomb? No, a dark soul bomb. The darkness of the time chamber, since time existed, was being poured into this energy ball, and the Omni Priest looks worried. This is far too much darkness. If it hits anything other than him, it will turn the entire multiverse and other multiverses in other franchises into the Dark Time Chamber. Kakarot throws the bomb and says to the Omni Priest, I hope you come back as a good guy. I'd love to fight you again. And then bursts out laughing. The Omni Priest makes the ultimate sacrifice and takes the bomb head on. For if he kicks it anywhere else and it collides with anything, even his toilet, it will collide and infect existence itself. The Omni Priest uses up all of his fusion power, max power beyond max power, and becomes one with the bomb, neutralizes it, negates it, until both completely disappear from existence and don't exist anymore. Omni Priest sacrificed himself, and Goku still stood tall. He says, oh well, I'll just make another one. He charges up another Dark Soul Bomb and throws it at the Omni King's toilet, creating a monstrous explosion and turning the entire existence into the Dark Time Chamber. The Omni Demon Realm was everything. Everything in the multiverse had merged. Even the Super Dragon Balls had become giant balls of darkness with no further use except feeding Goku more power from within. All except Whis. Whis existed, who was still being tortured in chains. Goku clicks his fingers and teleports the tortured Whis in chains and places him in front of his throne for Goku's viewing pleasure. To watch Whis get tortured, consumed and stripped of his dignity for a millennia in the world of the merged Dark Time Chamber Omni Demon Realm. Dark Kakarot sits at his throne. With no one else to oppose him, he sits with his milkshake, accomplished, satisfied, proud, and says to himself, so this is the pride of the Saiyans. I get it now, Whis. Thank you.
This is my unique Saiyan instinct.
Goku accepts Whis' offer in becoming a god of destruction. For many years, Goku has refused such kind invitations, not believing it to be part of his destiny or way of life. Previously criticizing Beerus that he would just have to sit around all day, doing nothing. Goku enjoyed being active, seeking new challenges, continuously moving, flowing like water. But what was the reason for his decision in accepting Whis' invitation to be a god of destruction? And more importantly, was this decision involving the will of Beerus? The story begins after the end of Dragon Ball Super Superhero. Peace had been restored to the universe, and the story is setting up for the 28th Budokai Tenkaichi. But a problem arises due to Goku being confronted by Whis one more time, before he and Beerus decide to leave the living world forever, remaining in the angelic realm for the rest of time. In this story, you will witness the greatest betrayal in anime history, where Beerus, god of destruction, becomes Beerus. Just Beerus. Whis tells Goku, in front of Beerus, that being a god of destruction is not just a title, but a role in which you can make the most out of it and truly make a difference to the entire universal balance, gaining power as you go along, if desired. Goku realizes that his family have grown up. Gohan, Goten, and even Chi-Chi was happy where she was in life. used to Goku being absent, and Goku realized that being a god of destruction wouldn't affect this life that much. He could still visit when needed for a random brunch. Nothing would change. But upon Whis telling Goku these details, Beerus looks at Whis and says, "What are you talking about? He's not ready to become a god of destruction, and neither am I willing to let it up. This is my role, and I will maintain it." Whis says, "Beerus, your eons wearing that title have come to an end, and not much has been done in that lifetime as a god of destruction. Therefore, you only have two options, I'm afraid. One, you can relinquish the power of a god of destruction to Goku, or you can fight your old rival and remove his opportunity to be a candidate." As Whis is saying this, Vegeta walks in. That means you expect Beerus to kill Kakarot, so he is no longer an option. Smart move. But we all know how that's going to turn out for Beerus. It's been a long time since you first arrived, Lord Beerus, but since then, Kakarot and even myself have left you in the dust. The only sensible thing to do is just to hand over that title and let him become the god of destruction. Beerus says, "But what about you, Vegeta? You have no interest in this now?" Vegeta says no. I have no desire. I have my own reasons to live, and it doesn't circulate around gaining power. Kakarot's, however, his life, his goal, his ambition. It's all around gaining more power and breaking down walls. Family comes second to him. I'm the other way around. Goku looks at Vegeta. You're right. I just like things to look forward to. I like being excited and exploring the universe for new battles, breaking my limits, new challenges. To see how far I can go. If becoming a god of destruction is what will allow me to do that, I'm happy to sacrifice what little responsibility I have left on Earth. Whis, I'm ready to go. I'll just say goodbye to my family. Goku then teleports off to explain the situation to everyone. But Vegeta confronts Beerus. Looks like your time is up. I guess it's been a good run. Though, I'm interested to see what you look like without that power of being a god of destruction. How long will you have left? A year or two at best before you die from the exhaustion of being a mortal? Don't think I don't know what you authorized Frieza to do to my home planet. I've been waiting for this day. Catman. Or is it a jackal? I'm not so sure. Let's see what you look like underneath that power. Beerus starts to sweat, knowing this is true. Once he leaves his god of destruction form, his older body from millions of years ago will not be accustomed to living in its state anymore, and he would be at risk of dying instantly or in due time from the shock. When Beerus became a god, he was way past middle-aged for his race. In fact, he had around 20 years left to live. Hence why he never got over his lazy old man attitude and behavior whilst as a god of destruction. Whis looks at Beerus. It's been an honor serving you, my lord. And Beerus says, shut up, Whis. It's not over yet. You've made me more determined than ever. A fire that I haven't felt for eons. It's back. And Goku is not outrunning me in this race. In fact, I'll make sure no one ever takes this position away from me. I need it, and now I will complete a multitude of duties as a god of destruction in just 5 minutes. Duties that I have slacked over the course of the years, I will get done now. Beerus flies into space with a thunderous speed, traveling the galaxy faster than anyone has ever seen him move at, and begins annihilating planet after planet after planet that has a smidge of life on them. He returns within 10 minutes and says, "See, I've still got it." And Whis begins thinking to himself, he truly is a lost cause. He must be replaced as soon as possible. Vegeta says, "Well then, Beerus, good luck against Kakarot. My advice, just lose quick to prevent your suffering." Whis and Beerus teleport to Goku. "It's time, Goku." He holds on, waves to everyone goodbye, and then teleports to the world of Void. A familiar place from years ago, with a new arena built just for Beerus and Goku. But how? Was this all pre-planned? Did Goku know about this? Beerus stands in front of Goku. "May the best future god of destruction win." Goku says, "Ha, Beerus, you have no idea what you're getting yourself into." Showing no respect to Beerus whatsoever. Beerus says, "Oh really? Do you really think I've just been sitting around while you have all the fun? Do you really think I haven't trained off screen?" Goku says, "Well, you're gonna need all the help you can get." Then Beerus screams, "Let's go straight to 100%. He fires up his God of Destruction aura, and the world of Void begins shaking. Beerus' aura looks different than before. More controlled. Whis is impressed. He definitely has a new spark, and he's far stronger than before. If I'm not mistaken, that state, it's..." Goku then smiles and focuses his energy. Calmly, the familiar Ultra Instinct reveals itself, and Beerus laughs. "That old trick? If that's all you have, then it's not going to be enough. Whis already told you, you were the lowest level of Ultra Instinct in the multiverse. I too have Ultra Instinct, and now I've merged it with this level of power, cancelling out any advantage of power you think you have." Goku smiles. "Hey Beerus, remember our first fight on King Kai's planet? When you wouldn't attack me and I had to do all the chasing? Well now it's you who needs to do the chasing. Come and get me." Beerus gets angry, intimidated by this, off his game and feeling the need to dash forward and hit Goku, and he does, with the intent to kill with a piercing strike from the get-go. But as the gap closes, Goku's silver hair begins lifting to an upright position, as it did as a Super Saiyan. And before Beerus can even complete his movement, Goku appears beside him and grabs his ears. Goku's eyes turn red, looks down at Beerus. What is this new level of power? Beerus is on his knees, frozen by the power, the glance, and by the fear of how monstrous this power feels. It's not a normal godly power. It's something that has been feared by the angels since before time existed. Whis smiles. And now, this is where the fun begins. Coming next time on Part 2, Clash of the Godly Sins. What will happen to Beerus? What's happened to Goku? And will Whis step in before the bloodshed? What's Goku's intention as a god of destruction? Come on, Beerus. Surely this is not all of your power. Goku holds up the weakened Beerus and says, "This is where I become the god of destruction. You have one chance to relinquish the power in peace, or I will strip it from you, extract it from your very being." Whis says, "Impressive, so Goku has learned how to extract Hakai energy. I wonder if he will be able to take all of Beerus' God of Destruction power and safely merge it with himself, and of course, doing so without killing the extracted in the process." Beerus says with a smile. You think this is all of my power? He kicks the shocked Goku back and regains his stance. You think it's all about you, don't you? All about Saiyan potential. All about the Saiyan apes. Well, what about the cat potential? What about Beerus the cat? I'll show you a level that I've never showed Whis or anybody, because no one was worthy enough of it. Goku laughs. What is it? You're going to combine Ultra Instinct with your Hakai power? Do you think that will stop me right now? I'm a tank right now. Whis says, Lord Beerus, if you were this powerful and effective in the past, why did you wait until now to showcase your true ability? Beerus says, because the universe is boring, and it's only fun when there's someone strong enough to fight. You don't count, Whis. You and your angel buddies are broken. I'm talking about an actual fight with blood and guts. A good old-fashioned fight. Besides, if you go all out, you get erased, and I won't have nobody to wake me up from naps. Goku shouts, enough chit-chat, Beerus the chatty cat. Power up and get this over with. It's my turn to be the god of destruction, and the first thing I'm going to do is judge your shriveled up body. Beerus powers up his Hakai and merges it with Ultra Instinct. He is now the god of Ultra Destruction, and he launches his sphere of Ultra Destruction towards Goku. He baits Goku. You think you can take this one on, kid? If you're going to become the god of destruction, you need to be able to handle the power that this wields. I don't know why I sound like Nappa, but it feels pretty good. Goku says, I live for moments like this, Beerus. He takes a firm stance and his hands clash against the sphere of Ultra Destruction, but his hands start burning up instantly, the skin evaporating layer by layer. Goku is in shock. What? This strong? Beerus starts laughing. See, Son Goku, you may have the potential, you may be a prodigy, but only because I was asleep. Now you can see what the cat man can really do. What do you think? The ball pushes Goku back even more, and he senses danger. He has no more power in reserve, and if this hits him, he will be wasted, gone forever, no coming back. Goku screams, Ah! I will not let you win! Beerus laughs. That old rubbish, when you're dying of old age and the Reaper comes for you. Are you going to say, I refuse to die? Some things just can't be stopped. This ball is your Reaper. Farewell, God of Destruction candidate. Goku shouts, No, I can't lose! Beerus shouts, Yes, you can! And screams ready for the final push to end Goku. Ah! Ah! Beerus at full power, this is it! And then, a second of silence. Beerus looks down at his stomach. Blood. He's bleeding heavily. A hole. He's been impaled. The staff gets pulled out from behind. It was Whis! Damn you, Whis! Damn! He screwed him over, damn it! I'm so pissed off about that. Sorry guys, back to the story. Your reign is over, ex-god of destruction. Beerus looks at him. Whis. Damn it! Why did he do that? Sorry guys, just so annoyed at that. Can't believe they've been together for millions of years. Damn it! Alright. Beerus looks behind him, while still holding onto the sphere of destruction with dear life. Whis, why? Whis smiles. Consider this a show of respect, that you finally met your replacement. Whis taps the sphere of destruction and it evaporates. Goku is relieved and falls to his knees, and so does Beerus, severely wounded and dying from that angelic strike. You see, Lord Beerus, Beerus, you cannot be trusted anymore, and despite the fact you were just about to kill Goku, it still doesn't change the fact that long term, it would have been the worst outcome. Goku stands up and walks over to Beerus, looking down at him. Beerus looks up at him. Son Goku, this is what you signed up for, kid. He will do this to you too, if it comes to it. Goku says, Shut your mouth, worm. Now let me extract that Hakai power from you. Whis says, No, wait. I will do it for you, as a sign that I am now serving you, my Lord Goku. Whis places his staff over Beerus and strips him of his God of Destruction power, and Goku becomes enriched with a beautiful outfit, looks leaner, faster, stronger, handsome, like a god. And Beerus, well, a frail old Beerus who's impaled, will either die from old age or bleed out. Goku looks at Beerus. Ugh, yuck. Look at you. You're the real Beerus. You make me sick. Dump his body in the kitty litter, Whis. Beerus looks at Whis. You were my friend? Whis lifts his body up with magical powers and whispers in Beerus' ear. No, I was your life support, and now I'm unplugging it. Whis opens up a portal with his staff and says to Beerus, "This is the Dark Time Chamber, the Omni Demon Realm. Try not to rot." He pushes Beerus into the portal. "No, Whis! Whis closes the portal. Right then. Time for a cup of tea. Lord Goku, get the kettle on. Goku had become the god of destruction and would stand by Whis' side for millennia, carrying out all the necessary duties. He had truly replaced Beerus, and just as expected, a balance was brought to the universe. After Goku and Whis left the living world forever, Vegeta had died, Chi-Chi had died, Oolong had died. Goku had moved on and was loving his role as the god of destruction, constantly eating, sleeping, training, and sparring with Whis, with hopes of one day surpassing him. Beerus was trapped and betrayed in the Dark Time Chamber, and a millennia had passed. That betrayal led to a peace for millennia. It was a strange outcome, but with every action comes a reaction. During this time, Goku had spoken with the Omni King and Grand Priest. They wanted to review Goku's efforts as a god of destruction. Goku, completely arrogant, thinking he had done a wonderful job, an impressive job, gets the shock of his life when the Grand Priest tells him that Universe 7 is amongst the lowest of all universes in mortal ranking, thus a tournament of power will be hosted in 3 months' time. And only one of 8 universes will be kept in existence. The other universes not competing had high mortal ranking, so this was now on Goku. Despite there being peace for millennia, somehow this ranking was just as low as before. Goku is angry, realizing that he must find 10 fighters who can win this tournament for him, and angry that he cannot compete himself like he did all those years ago. Goku becoming a god of destruction has actually become a destination to limit Goku from fighting a lot. Ironic. But 10 fighters would be chose. Well, 9 I should say. None of them were extraordinary as before. A few Saiyan descendants, a Namekian or two, a few basic Earthlings, a Yardrat. There was really no one strong enough to be considered a major threat. These were times of peace, and everyone grew peacefully for a millennia. But in other universes, war continued. Powers grew, and descendants of Jiren, Toppo, and many others were going to be in this tournament. Interestingly, Goku had 3 months to train these 9 fighters, but they weren't going to get that strong. But they still did not have a 10th fighter, and was waiting for Whis to find someone appropriate in the universe, as Whis knew they were set for imminent doom. Deep within the Dark Time Chamber, for that millennia that passed outside, one passed inside. 1 millennia, that was. And this was what happened during that time. Beerus the cat had survived the torturous Omni Demon realm, but how? He was wounded. He was old and fragile and was about to die after Whis had impaled him with his staff. So how is he still alive? Well, after millennia, after his betrayal, he wandered the dark dimension for a few days and crashed and burned, thinking this was it. But someone was inside. Someone found him. Someone was there. Beerus thought he was dreaming, but this being had healed him. This being had taken him back to his shack to protect him. This being, Beerus opening his eyes upon seeing this being, was the most unbelievable, utmost insane reaction. It was Whis. But how? How is Whis here? When he's outside with Goku all this time, the Dark Dimension Whis says that he is a Whis from another timeline of Universe 7. He was trapped here long ago, millennia actually, double millennia actually, but fought and survived and grew stronger without being seduced by the darkness. This Whis was betrayed and trapped by the Grand Priest of his timeline, and this Whis got Beerus' backstory and offered him a way out. There was only one way. Whis could not escape the dimension by himself without the cost of his own life creating the portal, a maximum angel energy for just one passageway. However, he could sacrifice himself for Beerus to return to his dimension and get justice on not just his timelines, Goku and Whis, but also on the Grand Priest there. But Beerus was confused how dealing with that Grand Priest would affect the Grand Priest in the betrayed Whis' timeline. We said, That is the deal. If I train you and get you out where you're strong enough to deal with him, will you do that for me? Beerus had no choice. Whis had no choice. This was a mutual decision and show of respect between old friends. They shook hands, and Beerus says, "But I'm old. I'm about to die. Without my God of Destruction powers, I'm no use to anyone anymore." Whis says, "I've got that covered." Whis would daily use his healing magic and reverse time power, helping Beerus get younger, faster, stronger every day. Younger, faster than he was getting older, and the ultimate training non-stop every day. Beerus in his base form, without being a God of Destruction. Beerus, the cat, became super strong in a millennia's time, and he didn't even have to use Hakai. This was just 100% natural, Beerus the cat. He was ready, and Whis says, "Thank you, old friend. The training is complete." Beerus also said, "Thank you, old friend." They knew each other for millennia. This was good times for them. Beerus was ready to confront the hierarchy on one final mission that he trained a millennia for. Whis sacrificed himself, and a tear sheds from his suffered eyes. "It's all in your hands now, Lord Beerus." Beerus nods. "I'm not a lord anymore. I'm a cat." Whis evaporates, and his energy creates the portal, and Beerus steps through, youthful and strong. He appears outside the Angel Sanctuary, and is confronted by the other Whis. "Ah, Beerus, you're looking well." Beerus enters his stance. "I'll make this quick." But Whis says, "I wouldn't if I were you. I can sense your intentions, but going down that road will lead to a certain destruction for all of us." Beerus is confused, but Whis explains that they need a 10th fighter, or everything gets erased. Beerus thinks, all that millennia training would be for nothing if I can't get something out of it. Beerus says, "Fine, I'll be a 10th fighter." And just like that, Whis believed the past was the past and that their universe had a fighting chance with Beerus the cat. Beerus confronts Goku. What a reverse situation. Now it's Goku commanding Beerus to fight in the Tournament of Power. Different from millennia ago. The tension was there between them, but they tried to keep this professional for the greater purpose. Beerus says, "Once I've won this tournament, I'm gonna snap your neck, Saiyan." Goku laughs. "With what power, mortal?" A few days pass and the tournament is ready to begin. All fighters are ready, the setup is complete. 3, 2, 1, everyone begins fighting. And to cut a long story short, it all came down to Beerus and a millennia descendant of Goku called Goku Senior versus Universe 11's Jiren's great-great-grandson. Only 2 universes remained and the others were erased during the battle. This was it. The fight would just be like Frieza and Goku versus Jiren in the previous Tournament of Power. Goku Senior asking Beerus to launch him towards Jiren to eliminate him, but Beerus had a different plan. He saw this before and knew what he must do. Beerus had not just grown fast and strong, but smart. He was not senile like an old man anymore. Instead of throwing Goku Senior towards Jiren, he throws him out of the ring, so Beerus is the only one left. Then he takes on Jiren by himself, and Beerus unleashes his maximum ultra meow meow instinct that gives him 9 extra lives, 9 extra power boosts, and always lands safely 9 times out of 10. Jiren was fighting the most agile cat that ever existed, and Beerus wears him down and blasts him out of the ring with the fur ball of destruction. Beerus wins and was the MVP. Goku comes up to Beerus. "Well done, well done. It seems you have some fight left in you after all. You put in some actual use. I might just let you live." Whis says, whilst healing Beerus, "Good job, Beerus. You far surpassed your old ways. I like you like this. Let us toast." However, the Grand Prix shouts, and the winner of the Tournament of Power now gets a wish with the Super Dragon Balls. Beerus smiles. "Oh my, spoilt for choice." Goku says, "Now wish back all the other universes as discussed. We will set a good example in the mortal ranking system and not be erased anytime in the future." Whis says, "Yes, please make the wish, Beerus, as your words are the only ones that Super Shenron will abide to right now." Beerus says, "So be it. We must let the past die. We must move on and become better people. I have learned that after my master Whis trained me for a millennia." But Whis says, "Beerus, I did not teach you that at all." Beerus laughs. "You? No, the true Whis. And in respect of him, Super Shenron, I wish for the entire hierarchy to be stripped of their angelic and godly powers forever." "So be it." And just like that, Whis, the Grand Priest, the Omni King, Goku, the entire hierarchy, all felt as weak as kittens. No longer the mighty beings they once were. And there stands Beerus. He stares at all of them. Whis, we will toast indeed. Because my old master, the true Whis, did indeed say the past should die, and my goodness, will it die today? Beerus licks his lips. I will definitely move on after this. He dashes towards Whis and punches a hole through his gut. Whis blacks out. Dead. I see that wish took an effect on you. You're nothing without god powers. No more special tricks. Everyone was shocked and shaken in fear. Beerus had been trained by the other Whis to get stronger in just his normal state. No tricks. Beerus was no longer a god of destruction. He was just pure destruction. No one stood a chance. This was like Tom and Jerry, only if Tom had an M16 with grenade launcher and Jerry had no legs. Like lambs to the slaughter, he kills them all. He rips off the Grand Priest's head. Oh, sorry, I forgot to tell you, this was for Whis. And then he throws the head towards Goku. Goku screams, runs underneath some broken rubble. Beerus throws away the rubble. Goku and Vegeta stand at the entrance to the Omni King sanctuary. The trials were about to begin. This was their test to find out if their Ultra Instinct and Ultra Ego were mastered and could rival the highest gods of destruction, ready for the ultimate test beyond this sanctuary later on. They enter through the first door. The rules were simple. No senzu beans, no items, and a 40-minute time limit similar to the Tournament of Power. But most importantly, eliminate the being inside the room, then proceed upstairs to a new level, a new opponent, a battle tower of gods. But who were the enemies? And were Goku and Vegeta allowed to work together? Of course, but would they really want to? They enter the first room. Goku and Vegeta walk inside and a bright white light illuminates the room. They are slightly blinded by this brightness and a silhouette of a fighter can be seen emerging. Goku and Vegeta are in shock. The fighter is Dabura? Dabura of all warriors, what was the meaning of this random appearance? This is supposed to be a sanctuary of the most powerful beings and deities that has ever existed. This was going to be absolutely no issue for Goku and Vegeta, even in their base forms now, due to having God Ki. Vegeta steps forward. Ah yes, the first room, the first floor, holds Dabura. I have a score to settle with this fodder ever since the days of Boo. Goku says, Vegeta, be careful, something is not right. Vegeta smiles. Kakarot, how on earth do you expect us to believe in our own ability if we can't even believe we can defeat the washed-up Demon King? Suddenly, Dabura vanishes, appears behind Vegeta with a sword and goes for the head immediately. But Vegeta ducks, assesses the situation. That was surprisingly fast. Vegeta avoids more sword attacks, swung with intention, and then he immediately punches Dabura multiple times. Dabura unlocks more demonic power, and Vegeta powers up to Super Saiyan 1, hitting down the Demon King with ease. Dabura rises and taunts Vegeta. Vegeta attacks and Dabura stone spits, but it misses, and the area of the wall it hits actually makes the wall disappear like a Hakai. Hakai Demon Spit it was. Dabura says, come on, Saiyan Prince. Once I'm through with you, I'll be one step closer to completing my quest. Vegeta enrages further after dodging another spit. I don't think so, Dabura. This is what should have happened when we first met. He powers up to Super Saiyan 2. A full power punch through Dabura's gut. The blood splats everywhere, and the Demon King is dead. Vegeta wins, but was killing allowed? Is he disqualified? No, it's okay. Win by any means necessary. There are no rules in combat. In war. Vegeta says to Kakarot, that was nothing, but still, he was tougher than expected. He could handle even Jiren at this rate. Strange though. How did they get hold of Dabura to fight and make him that strong? Goku is confused, but also excited. Let us go to the next level. It's my turn now, says Goku with an excited tone. Goku stands ready for whatever awaits, and out of the back room of the second floor comes an opponent. The footsteps sound all too familiar to the audience, but not to these two. This is strange. His energy also feels similar to a mixture of different people. It's Cell. Goku says, "Whoa, Cell, I don't think I've ever had the chance of meeting you before. Looking like that." Vegeta says, "Me neither. This must be his first form, before the one I pummeled, and then he tricked me into becoming perfect later on." Goku says, "Well, if Dabura was anything to go by, you should be just as strong, right?"
Ah, yes, Goku. After I absorb you, you will be going to the next level. I will, with your power. I have my own reasons for being here. I need this, Piccolo.
Cell immediately strikes at Goku, and Goku dodges the tail strikes. Imperfect Cell was just as fast as Dabura, so Goku immediately turns Super Saiyan for this. Goku finds Imperfect Cell's style of fighting unorthodox, and Cell's tail hits Goku and rips his gi like Yakon did years ago. Cell kicks down Goku. It looks like trouble, but Goku is quickly back up, as tenacious as ever, and is able to land a few heavy hits. Cell laughs and powers up. Goku's surprised at this increase in power, maybe a 1.5 times increase, but then Goku goes Super Saiyan 2 to gain the advantage. Cell uses his multi-form technique, followed by a solar flare. Goku is blinded. What a trick, he should have known this. Maybe the power of the gods has gotten to his head, but Vegeta is also blinded. Such ego had consumed the Saiyan Prince. Ultra ego. But anyway, Cell quickly approaches Goku, and the tail is unleashed once again, this time sucking Goku inside, absorbing him. Cell ignites a powerful aura. Godly power begins to ignite the room. He has done it. He has absorbed Goku. "Kakarot, no! Cell, you deceptive piece of crap," says Vegeta in pure fear. "Damn it! I'm going to have to use Ultra Ego already, damn it!"
This power is mine. What? What is going on?
But out from the tail, Goku has escaped. He climbs back out. What a terrible move this is, Cell. You really are a monster, and it stinks in here. Goku is relieved, and Goku climbs out, relieved. While still holding the tail, Cell is in complete shock. Goku rips off the tail. This is for Android 16. Cell falls to the ground in pain.
How have you forgotten? I have Piccolo cells. I'll be able to regenerate my...
Bang! A giant explosion. Goku shot an energy blast right at Cell's face, blowing it straight off, maiming the bug. Goku jumps up high and powers up a Super Saiyan 2 Kamehameha Kaioken times 2 to finish off the corpse of Imperfect Cell. He lands. Phew. Was he really this tough back then, all those years ago? Vegeta says absolutely not. Right now, we fought two irrelevant bad guys from the past. If this was Frieza or Cell's final form, I could see a pattern, but Dabura and Cell's hideous insect form? Very bizarre. Let's move, Kakarot. I haven't got all day. I promised Trunks I'd take him to the park. Wait, Vegeta, isn't Trunks too old for the park now? Whatever. Bra then. And so, Goku and Vegeta enter the third floor. Just how many floors were there? Surely this cannot be the last due to how easy Goku and Vegeta defeated the previous two. But they had 35 minutes left. It was fine. But a voice could be heard from behind the curtain. "Don't you dare tell me you're fighting alone. I highly advise both of you together. Or else none of you will go beyond this level. You two are about to be trapped and betrayed for a millennia." Goku says, "Vegeta, do you recognize that voice?" Vegeta says, "Yes, I do. There's no doubt about it, Kakarot.
That voice is...
Coming next time on Part 2, Revival of Z. Moments later, a portal opens in front of Goku and Vegeta. Goku and Vegeta are shocked. What is this? A path to the next level of the Angel Tower? They go to step inside, but a voice can be heard from inside. It says, "The Angel Tower has been cancelled. Step through the portal to the final act of this entire Multiverse of Darkness story." Vegeta shouts in anger.
What? No, that's not fair! The other 3 timeline stories had their 3 parts. Why can't we have ours?
Goku says, "Yeah, that's right. There was going to be some good twists in this story. What's the deal?" The voice says, "Unfortunately, the What If Goku is being betrayed and trapped in the Time Chamber videos on YouTube have been milked to death now, and the disgraceful stories are no longer providing soulless views. Therefore, your timeline is being cut short. Please step into the portal. Await the final battle. If you resist, I'll erase your timeline on the spot, here and now. This is what's best for business, I'm afraid."
Vegeta says, "Damn it! Fine. Kakarot, let's go. Let's see what opponents are inside."
They step into the portal, and then Goku and Vegeta arrive in the deepest, darkest, most dangerous place of the Dark Time Chamber. There is a huge seating plan where gods of destructions and angels from thousands of different multiverses sit and want to watch this showdown, like the Tournament of Power, basically. Even the families and friends of all the fighters in this tournament would somehow be there, even though it had been a millennia. I can't explain it, but they're just there. And in front of Goku and Vegeta appear 3 more portals. They open. Where do they connect to? Well, isn't it obvious? They connect to the 3 other timelines of this huge multiverse of darkness. From portal... From portal number 1 out steps the Emperor, the Dark Demon Omni Lord of Darkness, Darth Zeno. Good. So, my opponents in this final battle, it seems, an easy victory considering I have sent my puppet and plaything Omni Goku to the kitchen blender after having my fun with him for 3 millennia. However, out from another portal steps another opponent. Behold, it's the ultimate Omni Kakarot of Darkness who enslaved Whis, and he still holds his milkshake and he says,
"So this is my final test to use my unique Saiyan instinct in a true battle. I've lusted for this moment. That pathetic Whis had died from torture. He could not last 1 more millennia of me whipping his angelic corpse with my godly tail."
However, from the 3rd portal there stands the Ultra Meow Meow Instinct Beerus, who had just finished having his way with Goku, who previously betrayed him and locked him in the Dark Time Chamber.
It seems my job is not over. Well, I was asked to step through this portal to prove my worth, and the victor would gain complete control over the multiverse of darkness. I said, "Oh well, who's the first to die?"
All 5 stand opposite each other, ready for the ultimate battle that would destroy every multiverse and every other franchise just from one punch alone. This was dangerous, the power was ridiculous. This is what Dragon Ball had become now. But with each franchise outside of Dragon Ball destroyed, the Dark Time Chamber and the Multiverse of Darkness would consume those universes and create even more power inside this new Multiverse of Darkness, the Dark Time Chamber, the ultimate place to be, the strongest, the prize for the winner. Who will win? And most importantly, who is in charge of this battle royale? The voice is here again. Before we begin, I have a surprise contestant from another universe, another timeline, who was supposed to be in this fight, but I had to wrap it up quick in the 4th timeline. Goku Black, enter the tournament with your Millennia Ultra Instinct Unique Angel God Key Rose. You were the timeline 4 final boss. However, Goku and Vegeta were not supposed to be here, but I just told them what the hell, step in anyway. Let's make this a 6-pack challenge. Let the battle begin. Ah, perfect. Thank you, voices, whoever you are. This is what I wanted. My revenge. Look at you all. Do you really think you could stop me? I've killed 20 million Beerus in my time. This will be a walk in the park. This fight is over before it's even begun. Goku Black powers up. Why am I narrating myself? Sorry. Goku Black powers up and then starts to attack all of the spectators, all of the gods of destruction in the seat, and the angels in the seat, and they're all innocent. What is the meaning of this, Goku Black? Goku Black stares down the families and friends of Goku and Vegeta in the crowd, and they cower under the seats like cowards in the cinema of a horror movie, eating their popcorn like lambs at their last meal. The Dark Time Chamber kept changing locations. The environment kept changing. Like the Time Chamber, due to the power of Goku Black and what he was generating. This was insane. This was crazy. I cannot explain it. But everything was at risk, and the arena transports to the World of Void arena.
They will not ruin my final moments for this wonderful paradise. It was too late. Goku Black had just sucked the life from all gods of destructions, and each of their chained bodies just collapsed to the floor like malnourished, depleted, deprived, dead, useless beings. He looks at the Saiyans and tells them, "Vegeta, you're too late." And in an instant, he commands the dark energy from each of the maimed angels to extract the remaining power and take it straight to himself. The dark energy begins sucking dry the angels' bodies, stealing their power and leaving their bodies remaining like an empty vessel of waste products. As if Shang Tsung just took their souls. Goku Black stands there, with all of that dark, evil, stolen power, looking like the most dangerous, powerful warrior the Dragon Ball universe has ever seen. In his Ultra Instinct Super Saiyan 4 God Ki, Gods of Destruction aura. Finally, my wonderful paradise is moments away. But before we commence, I want to respect the urges of this primal Saiyan body one more time, and give it the fight it deserves. And by taking on the 10 of you, including those Kais, I think this would be a sufficient warm-up. Wait, your plan was fusion, wasn't it? Go ahead, Goku and Vegeta. And Goten and Trunks, right? That means Pan and Bulla will fuse. Oh, Gohan, you're left with Oob. What on earth will that create? Even you, Kais. Then all of your fusions should fuse too. It still won't save you now. I have so much God of Destruction essence, I have so much God Ki, I've completely mastered Ultra Instinct, and this isn't even my final form. I am multi-universal, omniversal. I have finally become omniscience. And with one click of my finger, the entire universe just disappears. How fun is that? Isn't that the story you all craved? Screw martial arts tournaments, screw good stories, screw character building. I'm here to give you what you want. Universal destruction with one ki blast. The wonderful paradise. But after this most maniacal, deranged, lunatic speech of all time, Goku and the others look in complete shock and lose all hope, knowing that not even fusions of fusions will be enough. But then, suddenly, all of the stupid games stop.
Suddenly, a final portal opens in the Dark Time Chamber. The Dark Time Chamber. What is this final portal? Who is this? The voices in charge say, "What is this? We did not open this portal." Goku Black looks up. What is this? Another portal. But there is meant to be no more contestants. I don't think I can manage one more. Never mind. I'll defeat another opponent if necessary. Bring him on.
Managing to enter the closing portal to the World of Void in the last second behind everyone else, and keeping himself concealed, the fearsome human warrior Tien shows himself and steps in front of all the Saiyans and gods. Goku Black looks on with the utmost fear and levitates backwards. No, Master Tenshin Han, it cannot be. Tien steps up. You know something? I'm sick of all this bullshit. I've been sick of it for years. And you know I'm gonna say it because no one else will. You, Saiyans, you think it's all about you? Going into that time chamber, getting really strong, getting the next form? Which one of you is it this time? Pan, Bulla, who is Super Saiyan 5? Or 10? How about a Kaioken times 20 cherry on top, Goku? Come on, Vegeta, what's the big secret? Ascend to the next level? Again? Forgive me for not giving a shit. And you, Kais, you're meant to be these deities of the universe, and you stand there with your lackluster commentary over and over again, just to fill screen time, and nobody cares. You said years ago that Beerus and Super Saiyan God Goku would destroy a universe in one punch, but you know something? Not even the moon was grazed. Not even my toilet stains were destroyed. You're full of it. And you, Goku Black begins to startle. No, Master Tien, I didn't mean to. Know when you're being spoken to, filth. All this God Key, angels, gods of destruction, flashy colors, what world do you live in? You know something? You're no goddamn role model to me. Goku Black looks in complete distress. No, I'm sorry. How could I fail you like this? What came over me? You think it's all about powers and universe busting and multipliers? What about Chaozu? What about Krillin? What about Master Roshi? People that are really cared about on an emotional level by real people. There's 20 or so gods and angels' corpses lying here on the floor in disgrace. And you know something? I don't know any one of their goddamn names. And I'd save one Yamcha over all these real jokes any day because he's a goddamn optimist. And you, Goku, I can't believe this mess. This battle lacks any sort of passion compared to when we fought all those years ago in the tournament. What the hell happened to you? Goku looks down in disbelief and shame. Goku Black and the others all see this as true. He lowers down to the ground and to his knees. He shudders and says, I'm sorry, I can clearly see now. Mr. Popo is Ultra Instinct, but you're a true gentleman. A veteran. A manager. An optimist. What is it you wish me to do, my fearless role model? Tien looks around. Everyone just power down. This is getting ridiculous. He looks at Goku Black. Use that dishonorable power and revert everything and everyone else back to the way it should be, including storytelling. And then do the honorable thing and kill yourself. Permanently. Because only then will you become half of the role model that I am. Goku Black teleports everyone back to Earth and does the honorable thing and kills himself. Permanently. Everyone thanks Tien for saving the day, but he says, it's okay guys, I did it because it was the right thing to do. Sometimes fighting is not the answer to solve problems. The strongest attack is just to tell someone you're really disappointed in them. And now he's gone forever, like it should have been from the very beginning. Everyone is at Capsule Corporation to have a huge buffet and a variety of beverages. The Saiyans lift Tien up on their shoulders and celebrate their true hero. Even Vegeta gives him a high five. And then Shenron rocks up and tells Goku to jump on board, because it was time to get things back to how it used to be. And Shenron broke his own rules, and made his own wish that Dragon Ball Super never existed in this timeline. And they fly off into the clouds. And Goku once again merges with Shenron as they disappear into the unknown as everyone else lives happily ever after. But a bright light emits, and suddenly, Tenshin Han awakes abruptly and in a sweat during the non-retconned ending of Dragon Ball Z 10 years after Kid Buu's defeat. Did Tien see the future? Or did he see the past? Was Dragon Ball GT real? Was Dragon Ball Super real? Tien begins to panic, not knowing what is manga or anime only, and what Akira Toriyama has been involved with. How could Tien even debate without knowing if the Daizenshu has made mistakes? The sweat continues to pour down his body, with fear of being ostracized by purists for believing filler matters. But Tien is soon saved by an arm reaching over to him in bed. He looks, and it is Launch, and she pulls the quilts over her and Tien as she moves closer to him with a passionate look in her eyes. She whispers to his third eye, "Rest easy, my role model. This ending is canon."